everybody to maybe and hopefully the final game of this playoffs 3 bracket run. We have seen some amazing games, some amazing flex picks in the last 2 days. It was action-packed, but of course, today we will have one more enemy left, one more enemy to defeat. And talking about amazing plays, I also have 2 amazing people here with me today. And today we'll do a little bit of draft prep with you and talk a bit about everything and nothing at the same time. So you will hear my voice again once we are in game. But until then, I give it over to Austrian Marv, the ADC from Rossmann Centaurs, playing in Division 2. And you all know him and love him, my dear friend Maxi Thunder. Have fun, guys, and hear you later.
Yeah, thank you so much, Alisrem. We are here to talk about the big match, the promotion match for Foxnyr. Yesterday there was a lot of action going on against the Decabit Diamonds, where we secured a 2-0 victory, and now we are matched up against Intsport in the upper bracket final. Maxi, can you talk about what happened yesterday? How did the matches go?
I mean, there were 2 pretty close, not close, pretty good games for Foxnyr, let's say it like that. For game 1 was a bit scuffed because the early game was kind of a clown fiesta, and I think DKB lost a lot in like the level 1 situation. So it was really hard for them to play from the start, kind of. Of course, you still have to snowball that lead, so a lot of credit goes to Foxnyr there. But I think that first game was a little bit of a, not a real game for DKB. And second game was already a little bit closer, but somehow Foxnyr managed to, climb back from about a 5k gold deficit with 1 team fight, 1 Baron, 5-0. And then from that point on, they were in the driver's seat and finished the game.
Yeah, definitely it was a pleasure to watch Foxnyr beat like a well-known team with well-known players as well. I mean, Donard's a player who played in Div 1 already, and Foxnyr made quick process with them. I'm very interested to see if we see some adaptation into the draft. Like it worked out very well, and I think Foxnyr has some like danger picks that the enemy team has to watch out for. I'm particularly talking about the Talia, the Charm, the Morgana, like picks that are mostly unknown in the meta. When it comes to Morgana, for example, I never see this champion in any draft, but Foxnyr has a lot of prior on it. Why is that?
I mean, they have a lot of prior on it, I think mainly because it's a flex pick, right? It can be played mid lane. I mean, technically it can still be played support. We've yet to see Undernexus pick the Morgana for himself, and also jungle, right? So it's kind of a 3-way flex, and you never really know where it goes. And also they have this weird thing where they pick Jarvan and Morgana, or like you said before, right, the Jarvan and Talia, and until basically the game starts, you don't really know where these 2 are going, because you can send Jarvan mid lane for some reason and jungle, and on the other hand you can also send the Morgana or the Talia mid and jungle, right? So it's a really big flex overall.
Yeah, and also the game 2 draft, there is the before mentioned Morgana, as well as a recently buffed Jhin on the bot lane. I'm very excited to see maybe some fascinating ADC picks today. Especially like Division 4, Division 3 is known for people having like their personal preference in ADCs and champions in general. So if we can maybe see some different than just every game like a Jinx, a Zeri, then I'm looking forward to the draft already.
Yeah, for sure. I think one big thing for Foxnyr yesterday was as well, I think Ginkgo played really well on the tanks. I mean, not just yesterday, but the day before as well, right? Against Nico Lead. I think the way he plays tanks in teamfight is just really good. Not to take any credit away from the Camille he played yesterday. I think he played that one well too. It was a really rough early game for him, right? The gank failed, the Renekton got 2 kills really early on. And at that point, it just becomes hard to play, as with the draft you can see on your screen right now. But I think he had a really big impact on the champions like Ornn. I think his Gragas was really good as well. So I would like to see them go for a bit more tanky top lane. I think the way they play team fights is just a lot better when Ginkgo is on one of those tanks.
Yeah, and that's like what I like about a well-functioning team, that you have those players that say, okay, I can play a tank, I know my team is good enough to out-macro, to outplay them on other lanes, I will be the one holding down the fort and being the backbone of the team, really. But also being able to, as you said, swap to the Camille, be the carry, and then it gets really hard to adapt into the team and against the team. And I've already seen the boys in the channel below us prepping for an hour or so. So we're here in Champ Select, looking forward to what's gonna be picked.
Yeah, let's see indeed. I hope you can see my screen, and we can already see the Jarvan, the pick we talked about, the flex pick taken away, also the Jhin, the one you also talked about, both being taken away from Foxnyr so far in the TF. On the other side, I know that this int roster played a lot of TF, especially I think this int roster was in the same group with Foxnyr Fenrir as well, with our second team, right? Unfortunately, Fenrir lost 2-0 against them. I think one of the games they played Twisted Fate as well, so understandable ban. And they also a bit of a weird ban, but the Omega Intsport did play us well bot lane yesterday,
Yes.
paired with the Nami, so makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think we have a little bit of a mix-up in the overlay. Foxnyr is playing on the red side for game 1. Obviously, they will not ban their own Jarvan, their own insane flex pick. That is int banning it on blue side. And Gwen also being banned. I mean, obviously a strong R3 pick for the top lane. Talia being the last one out. And now I'm thinking to myself, okay, Talia is out. Is this an Ahri lock-in? No, it's an Ornn B1.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Not a champion you usually see, like, first picked like this. You know, it doesn't have that many counters. Gwen is one of them, if I'm not mistaken. It is taken away. On the other hand, the Camille is also just really good into tanks, right? Into something like the Ornn. And Ginkgo did play the Camille yesterday already, so it would be logical to see Foxnyr just, you know, grab their top laner, make sure they have last pick either for support or for mid lane, right? Because the enemy kind of picked their top lane already. I think Camille into Ornn is a pretty decent matchup.
Yeah, no reason to show more than you have to. Blocking the matchup that is already shown is a good strategy. Jinx, a very high value target. And Jarvan already off the table, one of the best junglers to jump onto an immobile hyper carrier like the Jinx. So the prio is really high for that, and it gets secured by Foxnyr. Now Intsport has to answer the bot lane most likely. Draven getting Harvard, I don't know if this is getting locked in. No, it is the Ezreal, a little bit more security, a little bit more poke, but also a little less of that late game hyper carry.
Yeah, I was a bit worried there with the Draven, because I think, you know, maybe we can lane swap, but no, Ornn and Camille, they don't really. I mean, the Ornn is fine with the lane swap, right? But Camille doesn't really want that. On the other hand, Intsport could go for something like the Vi, right? Against the Jinx, like you said, Jarvan probably one of the best, if not the best, against her. But Vi also not bad, you know, with the ultimate. But of course, Foxnyr does have that Morgana in the back pocket, so it's not that great. And they choose to go for the Xin Zhao, a lot of AD damage so far. I think overall, though, the draft looks pretty good for us so far. I think we have basically secured one of the strongest ADC, maybe the strongest ADC right now, potentially. And, you know, the counter pick in top lane, even though, you know, you are supposed to get that later on in the game. Plus, we'll most likely get counter pick in the other lanes as well, like in jungle with the Olaf.
Yeah, Olaf, interesting. I think this is gonna be an Olaf jungle matching the Xin Zhao, which got buffed in the last few patches, but I've not seen it too much actually. I'm excited to see how this is gonna go for Cerberus. Obviously, the Xin Zhao it's not a Vi, as you said, like Morgana is open, that's a Foxnyr special. As an ADC, I'm pretty happy to play against the Xin Zhao. I feel like it does not feel unfair. I feel like I can outplay it realistically. Like with a Vi ultimate, like what can I do against it? She will always ult me. But like Xin Zhao, I can kite, I can dodge the W, I can stay out of range. It feels pretty good if I'm the Jinx, yeah.
Yeah, I personally always, of course I don't play ADC, right, but I do play a lot of Senna myself, and I always hate when Xin Zhao is there, because I feel so used to it, because I'm kind of hitting him, and he's the only target I can hit, but it deals no damage because he is in his ult. It always feels a bit awkward. But, you know, as long as he's not killing me, I'm happy with that, right? Like you said, as long as there's no Vi jumping on me, I'm fine. Yeah, we have to see what Foxnyr chooses to pair now. So far we have jungle, ADC, and mid lane. Now the question is, will they choose to counterpick support, or will they choose to counterpick mid lane? What do you think?
I think support counterpick has a lot of value here. Mid lane is kinda expected to be one of those mid lane mage, control mage-esque type of champion. You have the Olaf jungle that needs to be enabled somewhat. You have a Jinx hyper carry. I would love to see something like an Orianna here. I'm not sure if Inspire is the biggest Orianna player, but something like that, okay. Maybe it's gonna be something a little bit different. He's hovering some assassins, but the Nico... Oh, no, it is the Orianna. Okay, it is the Orianna getting locked in. I really like this. It enables the champions going forward and enables the Jinx and getting sped up and getting peel. So I really like that, and you have the support counterpick to ensure a good laning phase as well in the bot lane.
And of course, Orianna, nice pair with the Camille as well, right? Camille jumping on the Ezreal, for example, getting that Hextech ultimatum down, and then with the Shockwave, Ezreal just kind of disappears, or if it's even needed, right? But technically, you can still like have the shield on the Camille, and then just W, and then Hui as an answer into Orianna. Really a really strong pick overall. I think I haven't seen him too much recently. I can't remember which team I was watching yesterday, but another team played as well. Love to see if it's going to be enough though. And now they do have to pick their support, which means Under Nexus will have a counter pick. Okay, they're actually going to go for a full poke comp, I guess, with the Hui, with the Ezreal and Seraph.
Wow, that is a really risky strategy. As you said before, like you have the Camille with the Orianna that can dive the backline really easily, and like one hit a support Seraph that is gonna be really squishy in the game because he's not gonna build any defensive items, and he's gonna be 3, 4, 5 levels underneath the solo laners from Foxnyr. So really risky. You're basically saying, okay, I can get a big lead in the laning phase. Actually, now that I think about it, it could be a Hui support as well. I know some people like to play that as well, but for now it looks like it's gonna be Hui mid lane and Seraph support. Let's keep an eye on that. Rel is gonna be the final champion for Foxnyr. Another big engaged champion to like counteract the poke strategy that Intsport is gonna try to play out.
Yeah, I mean, Rel, one of Under Nexus's best champs, right? I think together with the Rakan and Nautilus, hence the two bans on Intsport side, right? So I think he is really happy with that. I think the matchup is fine too, right? It's a little bit annoying, you get poked, so you have to be a little bit careful that you don't drop too low. But overall, I mean, like Seraph super immobile, right? You can just engage, and with the Olaf there as well, there's nothing much you can do. And I mean, late game fights, for Hui and Seraph, I kind of see a lot of danger, you know, with Olaf kind of just running you down, and there's nothing these two can really do, right? Especially Seraph, right? The Hui can kind of still run away with his speed field. Maybe he can get away from the Olaf, but I see a big issue for Intsport there in late game team fights, and also their early game. I mean, I don't really know where Xin Zhao wants to play around, because there is not that much setup. I think the most setup is most likely the Hui with his his fear eyeball, or the grab, or the pullback. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. The Hui abilities, I have no idea. He's too new for me too, and there are too many abilities. So yeah. It seems like a really hard game for Xin Zhao to play, I think, at least.
Yeah, it feels to me like Intsport is more on the side of, okay, my characters can get individual leads. Like if a Xin pops off, he's always gonna be insanely scary, right? He's gonna jump on the backline, as you said, with his ultimate. He cannot be hit, and then he isolates the target and one-hits it. Same to like an Ezreal, a Hui. They can take over the game if they get ahead individually. But if the game is like even at 20 minutes, like those not necessarily standoff, but those normal team fights that are gonna happen in this game with a Camille flanking or something like that, I just feel like Foxnyr has a much more solid team comp overall. They can play front to back, they can dive into the backline, they can they can just do more things together, while Intsport are reliant on those individual performances or poking the enemies out. But yeah, the poke gets matched very well by Engage, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm also kind of thinking about scaling right now, right? You have the Ornn items on the left, you have Hui, Ezreal, both don't scale that bad, right? Even Xin Zhao and Seraph are decent in scaling. on the other hand, I mean, you still have the Camille who will beat up the Ornn basically no matter what, right? She has the Cho'Gath Q, the Cho'Gath ult on her Q, right? And I mean, Orianna, Jinx, both, happily with scaling as well. So I think it looks really good for Foxnyr, in my opinion, just purely looking at draft, because I think Omega Inters does not have that much opportunity to really get ahead early game, and I think we are more happy with scaling or with a long game. But I'm not sure what your opinion is about that one.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. A good point as well in the Twitch chat. Intsport does not have any real side laner. Like, the longer the game goes, the more scary Camille will be on the side lane against Ornn. And like, imagine Ornn has to hold the Camille all the time. Who is gonna frontline for Intsport in the teamfight? The 4v4 is really hard to execute. It's basically just Xin in there and 3 ranged characters that are trying to poke with an Olaf running at them. Like, it's... I feel like we are pretty happy in the draft. Obviously, every single draft needs to be played out. I'm giving this one a small lead to Foxnyr though.
I think I really agree with the 4v4 there, right? I mean, even if Xin Zhao is strong, he goes in, he still has to get past an Olaf first, who kind of just smacks him in the arena Xin Zhao creates, right? He kind of just smacks him around with the Orianna shield as well. And if Under Nexus can do a good job at just keeping the carries busy while he's, while Olaf is beating the Xin Zhao with the Orianna, I think it should be really, really good. Plus, we have the Jinx passive as well, right? If we get that Xin Zhao kill early on, Jinx will get excited and it will be a lot harder to play.
So guys, thank you so much for all of the stuff you talked about, but we are going to jump into the game. It is going to be game number 1 of today, the winners final side. And talking about it, both teams, they feel confident. Both teams are looking for an invade. Marv, do you agree with both teams here?
I mean, it's mostly... I feel like for Intsport, it's mostly about getting vision. You saw 2 ward speed plays down. Foxnyr with a little bit of a delayed invade, a little bit of more commitment. Remember, stay long in the jungle. Maybe we wanted to get a flash from one of those ranged carries with an Olaf Axe. But in the end, it's gonna be some trade in vision, while actually Foxnyr is gonna stay in the enemy jungle.
Oh lord, Cerberus level 1, he learned from Donarts himself yesterday. It's funny, Donarts didn't do the Donarts and now Cerberus is looking for a late invade, but the junglers are going to completely miss themselves. They are just happily chilling there. Now, Henkindu is getting spotted, so are you favoring anyone so far from this early game?
Ah, yeah, that's a really good poke from Chunky and Kripmud onto Henkindu. He needs to go the long way around and he's gonna get chunked out. He's gonna lose some CS on the bot lane, so a small bot lane lead for Intsport. But of course the red buff is stolen and Cerberus.
Yeah. Cerberus looking for something on the bot lane here, but he will not find it. He will drop really low even though he is level 2, so he has those base stats, but so far I don't really like that position too much that they are in. Like, Foxnyr showed a lot of their hand already, and now Cerberus has to farm up a little bit. The good thing is, if he drops low, which he did of course, it means he jungles a little bit faster, right?
Exactly, it's all planned actually, because Olaf gets those attack speed going when he's low life, so he's just gonna clear his jungle that much faster. All planned.
All planned indeed. Now, it's actually funny. Yesterday, we saw a lot of tank versus tank top lanes, and they were actually doing so much in the early game. So yeah, like, while Ornn is still kind of... Oh my god, Milan bot lane, never mind here. Henkindu, they are looking to get a first blood here. Both teams want to get it, but it will be Chunky here to get the first one. Now, Undernexus on the rel, probably just trying to get out of here. Maybe with the help from the minion, something can be done. He also thinks so, tries to turn around, but no. No success will be found. No single kill will be found. It is 2-0 for Intsport.
Absolutely disaster for Foxnyr, unfortunately. A bit of a underestimation, I feel like, on the bot lane of Intsport. So we give 2 kills, not the end of the world. Like you save your flash on the AD carry, that's a big one. And yeah, I just have to bite down and try to stabilize again. Game is still in progress. Meanwhile, Ginkgo on top lane, showing why this is considered a counter matchup.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I actually wanted to talk about. I wanted to say I think Ornn has like an okay chance, at least for the first few levels, especially if he can maybe just get an item in. But I think it's really interesting for Ginkgo to go for the call. Now, meanwhile, in the mid lane, Cerberus is also trying to hit Marcy just a little bit. Intis front line is also here, though, and this is terrible. The shield from Cerberus keeping him alive just that much longer, but not long enough here. And it is a 3-0 already. The lead is spreading onto the mid lane.
I just need to calm down a bit. I feel like this is just a little bit of an over force. Bot lane is losing. Okay, we have to do something mid lane, but you really don't. You really can't just calm down a little bit. Take some of your camps, take some CS in the lane, get some defensive vision going, and you're good to go.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, on bot lane, Chonky is playing the lead so well. Henkindu and Under Nexus already low again. Of course, it is annoying to play against a Xerath. It is a support that we, or at least I have not seen for a long time, but it seems to work out here really well. Now, meanwhile, that's what I meant. Ginkgo having some trouble now. Of course, if he can proc some Grasp and some auto attacks with his 2 sustain items, I think he will be super healthy again. But Marv, what should happen on the level 6 on top lane if both of them hit it and get their ultimates?
Level 6, I'm not sure.
Never mind, Ginkgo! Oh, the tower shot will not be enough. Flash from Chop Cup. Chop Cup, he gets the kill. I don't even know what killed him here. Was it a minion shot? I'm not sure, but it doesn't even matter. He hits level 6 anyways and would have been able to finish him up with the Call of the Forge God. Oh man, oh man, oh man. This is not looking good. We literally gave away 1 kill on every lane. But again, we also talked about the scaling. We have a lot of good late game factors, so I don't think this game is looking too good, but it is far from over.
There's only one way how to get back into the game. It is with good team play. Inspire, I implore you to die once as well, so your team is on the same page again. The 0-1-0 stat line has to be spread. And then the comeback can start. That's the strategy right here. That's what I would call.
Yeah, I see. That's how you got Division 2, right?
Exactly.
That's how you play there. I see. That's Rossmann playing for content, but here we kind of need the win, so at least having one player that is still on this Super Series 0-0 scoreline. Now, even though we are behind, we are trading map objectives, and it is an Ocean Dragon. You probably like that one for some more lane sustain. You can heal up again from the poke and stuff. I think it feels alright.
Definitely feels alright, and as we said in the pre-game talk as well, Intsport does not have any real side lane threat, so those grubs are not gonna be as impactful as it would be for Foxnyr with the Camel. Grubs something you want when you're pressuring multiple towers at once in the mid game and the late game. But as it stands right now, I'm really happy with this trade. Like, if we can manage to secure the second Drake as well, getting those Drakes stacking, getting to that soul point is a great way to get back at the game. Great way to start fights on your own side, and with a teamfight comp, that looks like a solid strategy.
Definitely. I want to ask you, Marv. Now, with Void Grubs, I hear a lot of people saying it's only really good if you push like S5 and then spawn like 20,000 of them, or it's only really good if you're like split pushing, so you split push faster. But I feel like they are they useless if you do not have any side lane pressure, or do they still like help a lot if you, I don't know, win a team fight and then go push turrets and stuff like that? Or what is your thought on that?
It's mostly like win more. Like, if you can already hit towers very well, then you can hit towers that much more easily. And especially with the buffs that Void Grubs got last patch, you only need 4 to summon like those small Void Grubbies while pushing towers, and 6 of course to summon 2 of them. So the more you can win, the more you can take towers, the better Grubs are, but as it stands right now, I think you can give them. I think it's fine for Foxnyr.
Exactly. So if we get to the situation where, never mind. Let me hold that thought. Chop Cop with kind of defensive ultimate here. He shouldn't ever have the damage to kill Ginkgo here, right? Unless he can do like the full extended combo. But of course Ginkgo will not let that happen. He will also have his shield back up again. So yeah. Finishing off the thought about the Void Grubbies, again, as you said, I think the point here is it's a win more thing. So if we win the team fight, okay, we do not have the Grubbies, but hey, we can also push towers without Grubbies, so it's not as bad. But if Intsport gets like more Void Grubbies and then they win a team fight, it will just hurt that much more.
Yeah, and I really like what we are seeing here, right here in the top lane. Ginkgo is saying, okay, I made a mistake, I got killed once more, but I do not start to play defensive now. I will play this matchup as it should be played, and I will pressure this Ornn. Same with mid lane Inspire. Is getting a small CS lead, 1 wave advantage, even though he... there was a bit of an incident with the junglers that we involved earlier in the game.
Yeah.
Bot lane obviously very hard to play against double poke, but this is only gonna be better the longer the game goes.
Oh, look at the Xin though. He has no more camps on the map, so he wants to do something, and he is coming into top lane. I don't think he was spotted. Was he?
I think he was actually. Like, Camille immediately eat back Ginkgo with the second sense. Or
oh
fifth
my
sense,
god,
or...
on top lane! Right of the Arcane. Will not find the target often enough. It did find the target a few times, but again, not enough. Now this time, Ginkgo is looking really comfortable here, but it is a 2v2 now. Zerberus ghosting in there. Is this the first kill for our boys? It is going to be a kill. Chop Cop biting the dust, and Zerberus getting his first kill of the game.
That's gonna be the swap around, I feel like. That's gonna be the revitalization for Foxnyr. Pressure ultimate from Inspire in the mid lane to push out the wave. Maybe they want to attack the second grubs. Seems to be the goal.
Oh, definitely, but it looks like another 2v2 situation. We have to talk about bot lane a little bit as well. Really unfortunate level. Oh my god, never mind. We have an engage here. We have a series, guys, because we get a kill trade. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, Grubbies are going to get taken. Oh, we steal one. That is nice. That is really important even. Ginkgo joining in here. Marcy has to flash out, but Ginkgo, of course, no Hextech ultimatum, but flash available. What are we seeing here? Action everywhere on the map. And Chonky, he's jumping forward. Can he get one more hit? No, the minion. Look at this super Chad mad lad of a unit just blocking the Mystic Shot for Henkindu.
MVP minion right there. Now, Jonky is in a bit of a tight spot.
Oh no, Jonky. Where do you want to go? What can you do? The minions, also here the hero minions. Jonky getting away with the arcane shift. And this means the next stop is action on top lane. Chop Cop with a beautiful interruption there. Super mega death rocket of duo and destruction. Will not hit anything, sadly. Jonky will live another day. But meanwhile on top lane, Marv, that is what I was getting at. I don't know, maybe it's a personal fear, but man, those tanks sometimes have so much base damage and Ginkgo just died to it.
This is like an item finished on the Ornn and the Camille is still sitting on some components with the Khal not finished. You have to respect a little bit. You have to wait for your own power spike once the Triforce is finished. Maybe you get the Ravenous Hydra in there as well to enhance your side lane pressure. Then the matchup is really unplayable. Oh, and this front line, that was an oopsie.
Oh. Nobody saw that, by the way. That is, I mean, everybody saw it, but yeah. He was a bit true to his name. Of course, if he would have hit Wind Becomes Lightning with the flash, it would have been a really great play, but sometimes it is a game of inches, and just flashing in the traps, we gotta be honest here, you looked a little bit foolish. Oh, talking about fools, the Olaf is right in your face. Goodbye. Even giving the kill over to Henkindu. Beautiful stuff here. Of course, the Jinx has to be enabled. I love what I'm seeing. It looked a bit grim in the early game, but we are bouncing back.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the only thing separating us from a goal lead right now is this shutdown on Chonky. Obviously, it's like 2k, but with like the pressure that we will increase the longer the game goes, and a big shutdown on this Ezreal, I feel like that kill would switch the matches in our favor.
Yeah, for sure. Now, right off the arcane, the artillery is just raining down on bot lane. Henkindu, Chovy will isolate the 1v1 with the jungler. Cerberus ghosting in again. He wants the kill. He wants to go berserk. He will get the shot down here. 700 gold. Can he get another one? Nope. Kripma charges his Kamehameha wave and finishes off the Viking. But still, I think we take those.
Yeah, not really what I was hoping for. Inspire is going for an ultimate here in the mid lane now.
Yeah, it just doesn't stop. Action everywhere. The rocket will be dodged here. Marcy, nice sidestep, but it doesn't matter. And that was a 400 gold kill. Again, we are bouncing back. And this is what I love to see. We all rounded off with Ginkgo with a beautiful trade on top lane. This man, even though you said it, he's one item behind right now. He is not playing without any confidence whatsoever.
Yeah, now with the recall, he will finish the try for us. And still has that card stacking down. So this Camille is gonna be scary regardless, but Inspire with a huge solo kill in the mid lane. Alisram, I think we are in for a bang of a game. Like, we are behind lightly, but the team comp seems to be working the longer the game goes. So I think this game is gonna evolve into a teamfight banger.
Oh, 100%. Now, of course, I'm a little bit worried for the late game if we cannot find the engage, because the poke can be very dangerous. Like if we hit those super late stages where, for example, Crit Mountain Zeroth has like 3 items or something, he can just ult, and then it is a painful experience for Inspire and Henkindu. If they just get hit like once or twice, they will be half-life already before the fight even starts. Stuff like that can be annoying. But then, at the same time, if we find the engage and the fight is over quickly, oh lord, is it going to look juicy. So this is what we are looking for. And yeah, or do you think we are not even looking for team fights, or maybe just for the split push win condition with Ginkgo, because that might also be an option?
Yeah, I think not yet. I think you have 1 minute on the streak. Maybe you want to give that one still. Ezreal on 2 items, looking really scary right now. Maybe you need like 1 more item on the strings to be able to contest in the team fights. But that could be a good strategy as well. Like getting the top lane tower for Inspire, getting some gold in there, while Intsport is looking for the dragon. I see the split push angle. I see it.
Okay, yeah, for sure we need like 1 more item. The Revenant's Hydra is what you mentioned, and what I'm also really seeing on Camille's right now. I actually did my research after yesterday's game where I said like, hey, Sunder is not a thing anymore, but what else do you really want to build right now? Of course, it is going to be the Triforce in its stakes. And so here we are just looking at a dragon that does not really seem to be contested by our boys. We can see that by Inspire. Oh, looking for top lane. Exactly, Cerberus also looking for something, and now we are getting the TP. Meanwhile, we are seeing the Herald drifting into the mid lane turret, and of course, losing mid lane turret always feels a little bad.
Does feel bad. Chunky TP'd up though. Maybe this opens up a Drake capture for us now.
Oh, interesting. Chopcop having to flash away here. Undernexus looking for the flash engage, and he's hitting so much. I said it. If we get the engage, it looks good, and Kripma already died. Chopcop just all alone. Can he get a kill? He has cooldown, so the answer is no, he will not get a kill. Now, meanwhile, the jungler got what he, could find. Cerberus died here, but we are still going for this dragon, because if Intis frontline is contesting that one, I think he would just die. And I love the position we're in right now.
Beautiful flat from Enkindo, flashing away from the Arcan barrage at last second, so he stays alive and can target down the Ornn. We get the second drag, that's really important. The Camille can look to split push now and put some pressure on this Ornn while we stack up those drakes for the Hextech Soul, which would be insane with our team comp, obviously.
Yeah, 100%. Again, like, another point is, if the poke team gets it, slowing everybody and having extra damage on stuff like the Zeroth spells or on Chunky's Ezreal Qs, the Mystic Shots, that would be really annoying. But imagine having it on stuff like the Camille and Olaf. again, it is a slow, so they can chase you down that much easier. Henkindu can proc it with his zap, his W. So I would love to see the Soul in just a few minutes, and then I feel like we can even just out-team fight them. We don't even have to choose one win con, we can just play every single one.
Yeah, and the sole win con, I feel like, for Intsport is this Ezreal 5-1-2 with working towards his third item. A big gold lead as well, 2,000 gold, I think, is the entire gold lead basically from Intsport is on this Ezreal. So if we can neutralize him, get him out of the fights, or yeah, focus him down as well, the entire lead springboards towards Foxnyr.
Yeah, we can look at the gold difference real quick, and as you said, Chonky is super ahead. We see it here, guys. It is a 2,200 gold, but that is basically the entire lead. Every other lane is super even.
Yeah.
And if we look at the mid lane, yeah, we are ahead 1k gold. Now talking about it, CC immunity is what we are seeing, so all you have left to do is run. Now the Ragnarök will finally run out. Chop Cop with the Call of the Forge God will not hit anyone, funnily enough. Chonky almost getting one-shot. Critma jumping in front and also getting chunked super hard. Will die to Inspire's mechanical prowess. Ginkgo looking for more. He wants those kills. He knows Chonky so low, thinking about jumping in there with the hookshot, but he will not. He will stay disciplined, and I think it is time to maybe take a mid lane turret if possible, or even play the Nashor here. Nah, no way.
I don't think you have the health pass to go for that Nashor realistically, but it just makes it's just so fun to watch Foxnyr play. Like this entire team, everyone is flashing forward, everyone is looking for a kill onto Chonky, and that's exactly what you can do with comp, where you have a lot of follow-up, where you have, like, imagine like only a Jinx W and ultimate is half someone's health bar. So as a Camille, obviously you flash forward, try to get this Hextech ultimatum on a carry target. Intsport is walking towards the Baron now and starting it up.
Okay, there is two options. Either they finish it and stay undetected, or they force Foxnyr for a reaction. Ginkgo has no TP and was spotted on the bot lane. He is slowly moving up. Now, of course, Inspire also trying to move forward, move the ball for the vision. And Intsport, they are, yeah, they realize the position they are in. And this also means Ginkgo will move back down to bot lane.
And this new Baron, it got buffed as well. It hurts a lot. If you do not have an Ornn with you tanking up that objective, it's gonna put you to like 2/3, half health maybe even, and just starting Nash up like this, it's really risky. You make yourself vulnerable to like kills and the Nash steal as well, of course. Like Cerberus does not have flash, but with Ghost and Ultimate he can always get in there and look for that 50-50. So I like it from Intsport that they do not continue it. I do not think it's the correct call to make right now. Maybe they feel the desperation though.
It's so interesting. They are still super fine gold-wise, but they do not have an answer to Ginkgo's side laning. And the important thing, of course, they are good teams. They are tracking cooldowns, right? So they knew, hey, Ginkgo does not have TP just yet, but now it is back up. So even though Chop Cop and Ginkgo, they both have a TP, I do not really know what the best play here is for our friends from Intsport, and that just makes it better for us. Of course, the next dragon going to spawn in just a few seconds, and let's see if we will maybe see a trade or another bloodbath.
Well, I would love for us to fight here. 2 items finished on every single member, except Unknown Access, of course, as the support. While Intsport is like stuck on items. 2 large rods, not a Rabadons quite yet for Marcy, and Chonky is sitting on a crit cloak, a Warhammer. That's not the big power spike Ezreal that he was before. Foxnyr letting him in, but maybe this will be a fight in the making.
Yep, TP is getting used by Inspire, and that is a statement saying we want to get in there. Dragon is already super low though, so that one will be taken, but can we get some kills maybe? Chop Cop, of course, tanking a lot. Cerberus still thinking, hey, do I want to go in there? Of course you want to go in there. Have to run out really quickly though. Right off the Arcane will rain down again. Chonky doing so much work in the backline there, finding Ginkgo finding on the Nexus, not quite yet. Inspire gets the shutdown, beautifully played here. It looked really grim, but here we get another one. Henkindu playing his heart out, Inspire playing his heart out as well. And it looked really, really bad at first, but we still made it work somehow.
Inspire and Henkindo putting on the carry pants, as is their role here in Foxnyr. They're just beautiful play. They get the backline, they shut down Chonky and Marcy together. Now Nashor is on the table. As we said as well, level 1 Cerberus is doing more damage the lower he gets, but Intsport, they're contesting.
Oh no, somebody died already. Can we get it? Yes, we will find the finish on the Nash, so that is really good already. And now Kripma, yup, you said it, Marv, 2 spells in his face and he is already dead. We will gladly trade our Viking for it. Cerberus, of course, a really solid smite there, keeping the nerves calm, making sure we get that objective. We have a Nash, dragons are even again. And I think we are still in for a banger.
Yeah, crucially, Baron on Orianna and Camille still online, so they can play the side lane. They can have Baron empowered minions on 3 lanes if they want to take the 1-3-1 route. But of course, they do not have to. They can always group with the Camille on a side lane. 4v4 is our strength with this team comp. And I mean, I'm just looking down on the stats. I'm looking down on the items. Inspire worth nearly 1000 gold now as a shutdown. With the Magi on 12 stacks, 2 items. The Sork shoes as well. This guy is gonna deal so much damage. This Ezreal, I do not think he wants to be in another shockwave.
Yeah, it is. It's so funny. It is Ezreal, right? So sure, Chonky, he is one of the most mobile ADCs in the game, but still, we have so many threats here. Ginkgo is one big mechanical threat with Scissor Legs himself. We have an angry Viking again. Too angry to be CC'd. Not really Tryndamere, but still too angry to just get anything done to him, even though he's not that tanky. We are trying to get the mid lane stuff going here. Not really hitting any arcane shots, and now Kripma, he is all alone, has to flash away. Cerberus wanted to go for the drive-by kill. Super Mega Death Rocket not connecting here. We want to get this engage going now. Look at Henkindo. He is the one. He has to get off all the auto attacks and Chop Cop. He's not really taking any damage so far. Cerberus, meanwhile, finding one, while the 1-3-1 is working though. Henkindo again, he keeps everybody busy. Nice shot there. Nice step to not let anybody base. He is pressuring mid lane with the Nashor, while Mean, oh my god, it is so mean. Meanwhile on top lane, Ginkgo, can he even get out? He flashes away. He got the turret that is so important. And on bot lane we are seeing, oh my god, can he get out? Never mind, he cannot get out, but I don't think it matters. Inspire also gets turret and he has to run though because he has a big shutdown. And finally this entire series of plays is over. Marv, what are you saying about that?
I have so many things to say about that, but crucially, whilst we go down 1-3 in kills, I think, we get the entire map. Like as I said, the 1-3-1 was executed so well. We cancelled the recall, so we managed to break open 2 inhibitor turrets, which are worth a lot of gold. Remember, they got buffed to some patches back, worth I think 400 gold in local gold. So those in itself are worth more than the kills that Intsport got. And we secured the Magas. We now have 4 completed items on Inspired, 3 completed items on Ginkgo. The IE is waiting to be completed by Henkindo. He's recalling right now, which indicates for me that he will finish this crucial item. And the next dragon will be the point of contention, I feel like, where we might get the game-ending fight even.
Oh boy, it is coming to a final showdown, a possibly final showdown. Ginkgo chilling on top lane, but he has the TP up, so keep that in mind before this entire series of next plays is going to take place. A few more seconds, like only a teeny tiny few more and the Dragon already roaring, soon being available. And Intsport, they are so ready to instantly start it, already having it down on a few K health. We are still trying to look for the engage here, but now Dragon is taken. Are we engaging? Disengage. Andrex is going in. We have the TP here. Kritmo is getting chunked down by our Camille. Meanwhile, our backline is trading kinda evenly, and Ginkgo, he can do so much. Chop Cop, he will not live for much longer. He did as much as he could. He tanked a ton. Ginkgo can jump over the wall soon. He will be on the hunt here and take Kindu as well. If we can get Marcy, it is an ace. Cerberus running after him. Marcy again. Moxie mentioned it with the slow field thingy. But man, you have an angry Camille and you cannot escape Ginkgo. No shot, not even the Seraph's embrace will keep you alive there. And this has to be game unless Kritma is putting a hell of a defense on.
You have the Jinx, you have the resets, you have so much attack speed. You see that Henkino is calling for it, he's calling for the end. Can you finish down the Nexus? They are hitting him?
Oh my god, this is gonna be a close one, but I think they should be able to do it. They have the Viking that is low, Cerberus hitting the Nexus Ginkgo, and Henkindu, even though he died, he did get it. GG's everybody, that was game 1. What a hype match to see. We love to see it. 1-0 for Foxnyr Esports. So we are only one single win away from Division 3 or League of 3 as we have to call it now. So guys, let me straight up jump into a short break, and then Marv and Moxie Thunder will tell you a little bit about what they thought was the most interesting stuff that we saw in that game. Be right back.
Hello guys, welcome back from that small little break. Exciting game one, closer than I would have wanted. Like most of my nails are unfortunately gone now. Marv, quickly give us a quick rundown of kind of what happened this game and what kind of where the turning point was, I guess, because we were losing quite a bit, at least in the start.
We lost a little bit in the start. I think it was a little bit of the nerfs showing. I think every single lane was off to a rough start with bot lane getting solo killed, top getting solo killed, mid lane with the 2v2 action not in our favor. But the moment that we started grouping, the moment we started chasing down in team fights, chasing down Ezreal, chasing down the Orianna, the Hui, I mean, it turned for us and we got those kills and we prepared better for it, and it was something that we talked about after Champ Select. The team comp just was more well put together, so we managed to climb it back in the team fights.
Yeah, I fully agree. The laning phases were rough. There were a couple of oopsies here and there. Let's just say it like that. At least, you know, our probably, I would say, most consistent player, Inspire, making sure that he was the rock in this game, you know, just not dying, not going for the synergetic 0-1-0 like you guys called in game, right? And yeah, I mean, overall team fights well played. I was a little bit scared because the mid lane fight, if you remember, the one where we were pushing, we were at 1-3-1, you know, with the Baron buff, where top lane and bot lane were pushing, and we for some reason went for an engage in mid lane. I was a bit worried about that because in the past, at least 2 days ago, Foxnyr had a tendency of going for uneven fights, right, where they are in numbers disadvantages, and so I was a bit scared of kind of that thing happening again. But overall, it worked out. You know, got a lot of turrets from that, so you know the trade was still fine overall. I mean, just an exciting game. And what do you think now? Intsport will have to change to you know beat this Foxnyr lineup in draft.
I feel like, yeah, as you say, you have to beat them in draft. You have to try and go back to some easy execution. I feel like this poke style of gameplay is not the easiest to play out. And if you are in doubt, then go for some engage, go for some Nautilus maybe on the support, go for some follow up on mid lane. I mean, the way, while the champion is good and it got buffed as well, it did not shine in the last game. Like, if you counterpick your mid laner and the Orianna gets a solo kill and is more useful and more threatening in the team fights, then that's something you have to change in a champion priority, I feel like. As well as maybe look for those champion counterpicks. Like, for example, you B1 the Ornn, and then you get counterpicked by the Camille. Now you have red side. Now you are Intsport on red side. Now you can look for those counterpicks. Now you can shape the draft in order to match more on the champion level.
Yeah, so one of the things that's changing for sure is this time around, Intsport will be on the red side and Foxnyr will be on the blue side. So we will have the first pick. What I do find kind of funny though, like you said with the Hui, right, the counter pick not really working out, right? On the other hand, we have to say, you know, Camille kind of getting, you know, dumped around by the Ornn a bit as well. The counter pick not 100% working out, and also, you know, bot lane Rel counter pick also not really working out. So not sure if you know, changing that one matters too much. We have to see if they choose to change the way or not, or put a bit more priority on the Orianna, because I think Orianna was just a really big part of this game, right? Then we have to see what Foxnyr chooses to go for first pick. I would not be surprised to see something like the Talia go through if it's not banned, right? Because this time around, Foxnyr was the team to ban Talia on the red side. They didn't want to play against it. Now that they're on the blue side, they don't have to ban that one, so they have an extra ban, and maybe, you know, they can secure it for themselves.
Yeah, usually blue side will get the priority champion on the one. If this is gonna be the Ornn again, I doubt it, honestly. I mean, Ginkgo played the Ornn yesterday, so it could be as well, but maybe later in the draft. Speaking about draft, we are jumping right in. Foxnyr this time on the blue side, as you said, Intsport on the red side. So the game is gonna be shaped differently for sure.
And for now, first ban still the same. The Twisted Fate being taken away. Second ban also the same. Our Condenser on Jin being denied and the Yasuo. So far, no changes. Just the order. You know, before it was Jarvan first ban and now it's Jin, but in the end, it's the same. Two Jade champs though. Jin and Jarvan.
Jin and
Both start with
Jarvan,
Jade.
yeah. Maybe we see a Jinx ban as well now, since Henkindo had a crazy performance game 1 and it fits the pattern. But yeah, Draven, Yasuo and Twist Fate were the bans game 1 as well from Foxnyr, I feel like.
Draven was not Draven, was the Talia, but this is the pick they could not, they didn't have to ban this time around because they are blue side this time.
They are blue
So
side,
they-
which
yeah,
means
exactly.
the Talia B1 is gonna coming, as you rightfully say, exactly. And now, yeah, this Talia is gonna be flexed between mid and jungle. Intsport does not have an easy way to counteract this unless they pick both of those lanes and pick both of those lanes to counter the Talia. But then again, you're open for other counter picks on other lanes. So Intsport has to react with a nanny pick apparently. Easy gank setups, presumably in the mid lane, but also very vulnerable. No mobility spells on this Annie.
I feel like Annie should be one of those champions because it is, you know, I would say a pretty quote-unquote low skill ceiling, right? Should be one of those champions that should be counterable pretty nicely. So I would not be surprised to get to see Talia in jungle and Inspire pick something into the Annie. They did do what you said though. You know, they picked jungle and mid lane, both of them. So now Foxnyr kinda has to choose where they want to send this Talia. They do secure the Jinx first, so a really important pick once again. I mean, I feel like we're kind of getting away with a heist here, getting Talia and Jinx on blue side. I think we can be really, really happy with that. I mean, only the Jarvan would, you know, make this even better, but unfortunately, that one is taken off the table.
I would love to see us keeping the Talia flex. I mean, you do not have to keep it necessarily, but it makes the draft more difficult for Intsport if you can secure a different lane right here. It will be the Nautilus, so the entire bot lane picked for Foxnyr, which is... I like it. I like it, honestly, because the Nautilus Death Charge, the ultimate coming through, maybe securing the first reset for the Jinx. You have Jinx versus Viego, so this first kill is gonna be crucial. Whatever side will get the first kill will most likely have a winning position in the team fight. So Nautilus trying to secure that lockdown, while Xayah is gonna be the lane matchup answer into the Nautilus. Obviously you can Feather Storm, the Depth Charge, and those are the layers that you have to think about in the team fight.
I think Xayah really good into the Nautilus, like you said, right? Also, I think pretty decent into Talia. At least you can kind of deny one of those shovebacks, right? But I think Jinx, Xayah, not the best of matchups. I think Jinx at some point kind of just outranges her and she cannot really do that much. I don't know if that is true or not. You can tell me what you think about that in a bit. I do want to ask, so real quick, is any support still a thing? Or are we really 100% sure this is any mid lane?
Considering how the draft played out, I would say like with 99% probability that it will be the any mid lane. Any support against the Nautilus, I don't think makes too much sense. Like you don't have much before your Tibbers to block the hook, for example. Like you just get hooked, you get ganked, you get shot down. And as you rightly said, like the Xayah will have a rough time against the Jinx. Like Xayah hits two things, and these are range and slows, and Jinx has both of those. So hard to play, hard to execute. Obviously, just a safe pick. Not a safe pick, however, is the Blitzcrank locked in. Quite opposite, actually. It's gonna be Hook City.
Yeah, no, Blitzcrank always one of those, you know, X Factor champs. I mean, one of my favorite champions overall as well, right? I think right now with the Talia, Jinx, Nautilus, it's 3 targets. You are pretty fine with hooking, right? All 3 of those will just most likely pop and die if you hook them. Even the Lee Sin, being locked in now. Also, no, not a big tank, not something you mind hooking too much. So for now, Blitzcrank actually looking really, really good for Intsport, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think the only real positive interaction for Foxnyr against the Blitzcrank is the Nautilus hook that you can buffer. So if you like hook yourself to a wall while the Blitzcrank grabs you, you manage to avoid it basically. And the Ornn, of course, yeah, he can buffer the W, the Bellows Breath, and avoid the hook altogether. So you have some answers against the Blitzcrank, but the Gwen, much like we had in game 1 where we were the Camille against the Ornn, is a sideline answer, is an answer that can perform quite well both in a 1v1 scenario as well as in teamfights. So role's a little bit reversed here, at least on the top lane. Overall on the team comp side, I would say, however, that again Foxnyr has quite well managed to draft themselves a teamfight comp, front to back comp, first target comp, something I like to see.
Yeah, I fully agree. On the other hand, I think Intsport's team also pretty, I would say, standard and good overall as well, right? I mean, you have that Blitzcrank hook, you have that any one shot, which is just nice for the Viego, right? I mean, you can most likely get a reset. If you manage to like kill that Nautilus really quick, you do have that double support hook champions, right? And it just becomes extra hard for this Jinx and Talia to play when you have to dodge a Nautilus and a Blitzcrank hook. So for me, it seems pretty even overall, like seeing the whole thing. I just wonder now, looking at scaling once again, which team has the better. I think it's similar, like you said, to last game, just the other way around, right? I think scaling should be better on our side. I think Talia, Jinx both scale insanely well. I'm not 100% sure about the Annie. I think the longer the game goes, the worse Annie becomes. I am not 100% sure though. I think she's a champion that kind of spikes in mid game, right? At level 6 to level 11 probably. And the question is just who will be able to deal with the Gwen, because I don't think it will be Talia. I don't think Ornn can deal with her either. So we'll kind of have to see how they play around that side lane pressure.
Absolutely, side lane pressure is gonna be in favor of Intsport, at least on Gwen versus Ornn. I mean, if you take all the champions side by side, I feel like Foxnyr has an advantage in like teamfights, in like scaling department, but of course Omega Intsport has Viego and Blitzcrank. Those are big X-Factor champions. They can just suddenly, in the blink of an eye, turn around a team fight, and like one good hook, one good reset for the Viego, and suddenly entire team fight is won. That's something we have to watch out for as Foxnyr. But I feel like only having the last game as like a matchup information for this game right now, I'm not too worried. I feel like Foxnyr had such a good teamfight execution. I feel like they are very in the moment right now. They're very aware and in their peak, and that's exactly what we need. One more game, one more win to promote to the free.
Yeah, 100% agree. Exactly, one more game, potentially the last game of the weekend, and otherwise we will at least get one more. And yeah, like you said, I mean, teamfight execution again, like I mentioned last game, I think was a lot better when Ginkgo wasn't one of these tank champions, like the Ornn, for example. I think yesterday there was one Dragon teamfight where he just played really well. Had to compliment him on that. So I'm excited to see if he's able to do the same, because you know, if Viego and Gwen go in, but Annie and Xayah cannot follow up, I think they will have a hard time into this Talia Jinx. Especially Talia will most likely have the Seraph's Embrace, right? So she has a big shield that she gets, so she should be able to survive the at least the Annie one shot, right? So I think just like that, looking at it like that, if Ornn and Lee Sin are able to like disrupt the backline enough, it should be really hard for Intsport to play. Overall, I think though pretty even. I'm very excited, and yeah, back into game we go soon. Well, we're in loading screen.
Loading screen we are. I'm really excited about this game. Let's hope we manage to make it a quick 2-0, just like we did yesterday. Obviously, everyone wants to watch more games, everyone wants to watch 3 games. Throw one game for content, I do not hope so. I hope it will be a quick 2-0 for the sake of Maxifender's nails.
True. I mean, losing a game for content is something you like to do sometimes as well, right? With your team. If I'm not
Absolutely.
mistaken, you guys were not even losing, but making it terribly close. Let's say it that way. Well, we do get into game. So I'm gonna give it over to Mr. Alisem and Marv for this game.
Guys, I hope you are ready for the potential final game. We want to see another banger. We still have a lot of chances to throw away, but what if we just do not do that? What if we just end it all here with another 2-0 fashion? That is the dream that we want to go after right now. And Marv, of course, this game kinda reminds me of the last one, but we kinda swapped sides this time. What is it with level 1 invading? What is happening?
Both teams just wanna show us that they are that they have good team spirit, that they can walk together as 5. They are
Okay.
a good friend group that wants to stay together. That is what they want to symbolize with this 5-man invade. No, of course not. They are gonna look for some vision, and yeah, I don't think Intsport placed any wards in our jungle. Does not look like it. Whilst for Foxnyr, they are looking for late invade as well, I think.
Oh lord, this might be so spicy. They are thinking about the possibility of it because Kripma is here and now Cerberus, the hook is connecting and he has the stun ready though. Stun will go through, hook will go through, instant flash out, Chop Cop joining this, Inspire joining this. Some people are dropping so low. Under Nexus could be the first victim to fall. He will be, but can you get more? Cerberus flashing out of there. Frontline also dying. Henkindu will not get the last hit onto Chop Cop, and this means it is still a 2-for-1, and maybe even more importantly, Int is not frontline, he is on 0 CS.
He is on 0 CS, and he's also died already. And another thing that I didn't even realize, we have a lane swap going on. Ginkgo going strong on the bot lane. Obviously, that is something you can do in the top versus in the top lane matchup, in a tank versus carry matchup. Just put the tank bot lane and the carry, the Gwen in this case. She's gonna have a hard time early game against the Nautilus Jinx. Jinx now with Boots and Dagger in addition to her Doran's Blade. So yeah, keep an eye out for those Gwen CS and that Gwen level. I don't think it will be quite as high as Ornn's.
So, would you also agree that Lee Sin is the better option for that regarding... Oh my god, mid lane, the damage is absolutely disgusting. Inspire, what are you doing to this little child? She didn't hurt anybody, just yet at least. No, she got a kill, okay, yeah, she has blood on her hand, so... Might as well teach her a lesson. But no, I feel like if I was the Viego here, never mind. Can we stop with the action? What is this? Kripma hooking, Inspire the rocket grab, will find the target, but no real follow-up there in this front line. It's just not there in time. And I can finally, hopefully, get my point across. I feel like in the lane swap scenario, you want to have a jungler that is a bit more dominant, that is a bit better at diving. And I feel like Lee Sin ticks all those boxes. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think so too. You're trying.
Oh my god! What a play from Kripma with the flash and the rocket grab. That has to be so demoralizing. Oof in the chat as well. Yep. But hey, okay, we have to go back. Sorry for interrupting you there, but Kripma was kind of going for some sick plays there.
That was crazy, yeah. The blade collar into the rocket grab right underneath the tower. Nothing Henkindo can do. He gets shut down. And he's walking back to the bot lane. Looks like we're back in the scattered lanes. Marcy has to flash away from the Nautilus hook. So yeah, it is a lane swap. It is champions all over the place. I liked how Kripma just went mid lane level 1 and hooked Inspire. And Inspire was like, well, okay, I guess I keep laning then.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're back to normal lanes. Let's see if we stay that way. Let's put it that way. Maybe we swap around again.
Basically, at this point, we are just running away from the matchup. It feels like it at least, but yeah, I get it though. It is kind of the counter on this current patch. If you have the Ornn, that is really fine with being low resources. against Chop Cop. And talking about these low resources, he has basically double the CS right now, more or less. So I don't really know if we can even call him low resources. Now Cerberus is hovering his bot lane, maybe looking for something. So far, we are in an even game. Only Chop Cop is a little bit behind, but in turn, yeah, it's only like 200 gold. It doesn't really matter too much just yet, unless he dies, of course, in the lane because of the level disadvantage. That would be annoying, but I don't think that should happen.
I don't think so either. Level disadvantage is not gonna be pretty for Chop Cop, but I really like what we are doing on the bot lane. Like, we went back to normal lanes, got the push advantage because we recalled earlier, and now we can manage to secure the first Drake, another Ocean Drake, really, really good in the early game. It's gonna help out our laners to stay healthy and start up that dragon scaling that we love so much.
Exactly, and worth mentioning, we got the dragon before the Void Grobby spawn. So usually on a few patches ago, when they spawned both at minute 5, you would want to just trade it, but in this case, look at Cerberus. He's just walking right up there, and he's just taking both map objectives. I love what I'm seeing.
Feels very secure, feels very solid. Objective-focused gameplay is always something that rewards you the later the game goes. And Cerberus, as you rightly said, is gonna secure those Void Grubs as well, even in CS as well. Now looking to abuse his top lane, being higher levels. Maybe just a drive-by and walking back into his jungle.
That would be great. Well, and yes, chat, exactly. If we win that one, we go into Division 3. If we lose that one, then the series is 1-1, and we have another chance. If we then lose the series, we will jump into the losers bracket. So potentially a lot more games, but also if we win that one again, it is just over. It is just the one game we have to win. Now, Kripma, of course, knows as well, we kind of have to do something. Here he drops super low, has to get up there. Flash from Henkindu to get the kill. That was not the play you want to see. Chonky trying to call in the feathers, but not going to do anything here. We have a fat Jinx on 3 kills.
Revenge for game 1 now. Foxnyr bot lane is gonna go for a double kill on the bot lane, and this front line is trying to catch the wave under the turret, not losing too much, but the damage is already done. 1 plate to go for the price of a double kill, and Henkindo is feeling quite well, I think.
It is another win con that we drafted. We said, hey, let's pick the Ornn ourselves this time, and of course give Chop Cop the possibility to go for something like the Camille for a carry. It is the Gwen in this case, but look at the level difference still because of the lane swaps. Yeah.
He's still 2 levels up. It's insane, actually. Like, just like this level 1 lane swap that we did with like 2 or 3 minutes of swapping around, and now the Ornn has a 2-level lead. The Gwen is gonna feel so bad. Like, look at the item difference. Well, Ginkgo, Megatron Cloak, he's unstoppable. Like, how can this Gwen kill him right now? Like, she needs at least 10 or 15 minutes more to be a danger to him.
Yeah, definitely. You saw, again, and like, Chop Cop, he's trying his best to poke, but Ginkgo, he is just looking so strong and so tanky right now, and don't forget, he has really good base values himself. Now, meanwhile, Marcy also eating a lot of minion damage there, trying to manipulate the wave the way you want it. In this front line, he's thinking about doing something on bot lane. The hook is connecting, but it is going to be enough. Cerberus also getting ready to jump in there. This is the action. Weaver's Wall also getting used to join in. Super Mega Death Rocket will connect onto 2 people. It is just what we want to see. It is the domination. And meanwhile, on top lane, why not continue the trend? It will connect. Flash auto tech with the little rock will be enough to get more kills. It's 7-2 now. Marcy wants at least a revenge kill, will find one, but Inspire is here. He throws another rock, he throws some more pebbles. He wants Marcy. Now, of course, Tibbers doing a lot of work. A flash for flash is traded. Chonky is super low, will die. He gets both! Inspire getting a double kill here. And this is just looking so good. I was worried for a second, but we are looking strong.
Gripmo desperately chasing here. Henkindo has a shutdown. Maybe they want to catch him, but the rocket grab, it does not hit him. Henkindo with the fancy feet. And yeah, I feel like, I think every single member of Intsport dies across the map. Of course, most of it was bot lane, but even Ginkgo top lane with a solo kill, the level advantage coming in clutch there. And I mean, it's looking good. It's looking good. Let's put it that way.
We do not want to curse it, right? Not be like, oh yeah, this game is over. I feel like if this was a pro what we would be watching, we would probably sit in Discord and be like, yeah, this game is over. It is a 4 kills on the Jinx. She's so far ahead. If you can protect her, then what can you even do? And thinking about it, literally every champion on Jinx's team has something to protect her. Now, of course, if you're outnumbered, that might not be as easy, and it is not a big shutdown, but if you can get it, yeah, at least it went on to Blitzcrank. Now Zerberus also joining the mid lane. He wants to have some fun. Both TPs getting used on the minions there. Inspire jumping in and followed by Ginkgo, the tank of the situation. And Gripma can do nothing. Double knock up there. Beautiful stuff. Chonky also joining. Super Mega Dive Rocket will not connect, but does it matter? Nice kick to get in some more damage. Zerberus dies. Ginkgo will stay alive. On the other hand, yes, we had to give up Zerberus, but it is another double kill for Inspire, and we just picked up so many more. It is 13 kills to 6 at this point.
That pick was insane from Zerberus. He hits the priority targets, knocking up 2 more, and yeah, basically ensuring that the trade that looked really, really good for Intsport at the beginning, shutting down the Jinx, didn't even matter because you have so many carries right now. Inspire now with 4 kills as well, and Ginkgo like the rock in the top lane. Now we secure our objective. 6 void grabs for this Jinx, and you know how OP Jinx can be when she hits towers. Now it's gonna be even faster.
Oh boy, Henkindo, he is in a good spot, but we also have to talk about Inspire here, or at least keep him on the radar. Gripma not even bothering hooking that one. He's like, nah, we don't have the damage here. And all the map objectives so far, like the neutral objectives, they went over to Foxnyr. Will we keep the trend going? We will find out soon. I was literally looking at Lee Sin on the map and saw him then suddenly jump over to the Crocs. But of course, you want to wait for your team to be in a ready position. So at least for a few seconds, we will have a bit of a break.
Yeah, no need to get hasty in this one. You have good scaling, you have a lot of gold, stabilize lanes again, control the vision, and then start off the streak.
Exactly. Now the rotation from Inspire will be caught. A big shutdown, but the dragon should go over to Zerberus. It will indeed. Henkindo is in trouble though. Marcy trying to find the kill there. Oh, the rocket grab connects here. And suddenly, what the hell, 2 Lee Sins? Yep, Viego had a major role here, and he should have another major role. You and Moxie called it. We have 2 X Factors in this game. Gripma hit some really decent hooks as we see just now. And the shutdown going over to Viego. That is not good news, but still we are even in gold. I think we are still in an alright to good spot.
Yeah, crucially the Drake went to the side of Foxnyr, so we keep managing to control those objectives and secure them. So I am not too unhappy with this situation, but of course, signs of hope for Intsports. They need to continue on this trend. They need to continue to find those picks and to start off the team fights right, which is gonna be difficult since all of our flashes are back up soon once Inspired's flashes up. So getting those catches with the rocket grab is gonna be hard.
Well, talking about catches, Inspire is in trouble, but Zerberus is trying to join here. He jumps, he takes the hook for his carry. Of course, Lee Sin mobile as heck. Marcy flashing away to get Zerberus deeper in his team. Marcy still alive using the shield now, and Henkindo is joining. Now suddenly you face your own Lee Sin in the jungle position. Suddenly you face your own Jinx. It is one of those Viego moments, and it has to be so tilting. At least you can get one. Gripma will die, but it is so unfortunate how low everybody was for the eternity of this fight.
Yeah, it just feels like every single fight is looking promising for Foxnyr, but those as you said, those X factors are so crucial. Like a hook hitting and then a Viego reset, and we keep funneling into the Viego and not quite managing to take him down. It's just like 1% more that we need to win those fights, which is fine, since those fights are not game deciding, right? They are not good. We're at a little bit of a goal disadvantage now, but it's still playable.
Well, TP was used on bot lane, and Gripma is on top lane Chop Cup using the Ghost, but they will not be able to get the kill, only the Flash, which is, you know, quite alright in itself. Now we see some resets on bot lane. I have to ask one thing about the mid lane fight. Do you think, can we just consider that a bad fight that we not really want to take, because it was Omega Intsport engaging it, you know, having the 2 versus 1 for some time until Zerberus could join, and then it was a 3 versus 2, so it felt like we were kind of not quite ready for it. So in theory then, if we get an even fight, if we get like a proper 3v3, 4v4, 5v5, then we should win those, right?
Yeah, proper fights are, I think, where we are the advantage team. Like we saw that in game 1 as well, where every single team fight basically was winning for us, and like playing front to back and matching numbers is I think how we can close this game, how we can get back into a winning position. Not getting over eager is the shot call.
Oh, the hook! The hook connects. The Heartbreaker will break Henkindu's heart here, because even the flash... Okay, we don't talk about that one. Even though you flashed, you still lost your life. And this trend just has to stop. But what can we do to stop those catches?
We're not respecting the Blitzcrank, right? Henkindo flashing out after he's already hooked, like that's too late. You can use the flash to not die there. That's all right. Now we give over the Herald, which is fine, right? The mid tier 1 is already gone. We do not really need that one. So prepare for the Drake. Do not get over eager. You do not have to fight as Herald.
Well, Ginkgo kindly disagrees. We might not have to fight this one, but we will fight it, and we will get it indeed. So Cerberus with no ward hops, by the way, for a minute. Or at least the ward hops will cost 75 gold each time he wants to execute them. So, yeah, Lee Sin special stuff, am I right, guys? Now, you mentioned the dragon, and that would be the 3rd dragon of the game. But more importantly, the 3rd dragon for our guys, for Foxnyr. So let's see how they set it up. Or if Omega Intsport can maybe get their 1st dragon.
We take those. We take those. Still all objectives for us. Oh, Crypto.
Oh. Yeah. Now go on.
Flashed away from Inspire. Yeah, those are the hooks that are scary. We have no frontline there to tank up the hook. Chop Cup taking an advantage trade, but using the ultimate to do so.
Grubbies. Or... Well, I think it's a fine trade, right? If we don't all die for it, Lee Sin, he just pops like a pinata. And now Ginkgo joining as well. He still has the ultimate ready, at least that's what it says in the overlay, but I'm not too sure about that. But either way, looks like we did not want to take this one. The hook again! Hitting! And this is so unfortunate. You cannot let this happen to your carries. Oh no. This is not good.
Yeah, it keeps getting worse, I dare say. The Blitzcrank is finding hook after hook, and I don't see how Foxnyr answers this. Like, you're not, like, you're winning side lane right now, right? The Ornn is super far ahead, still a level up on Chocpop, and with 2.5 items finished now, he is a brick wall. But this brick wall is not in the fight, and he is not there to get hooked, as stupid as it sounds. Like, your front line is playing damage control on the side lane, and once he leaves, the Gwen will push the inner turrets, inhibit the turrets. So you have to decide: can you group for team fights? Can you manage to play a front to back and defend against the Blitzcrank, or are you keep getting hooked?
I think we are still in savageable territory, though. Well, at least this time it was only the small little, innocent guy. But hey, maybe this time you die, you can at least be a little bit of a ping pong ball. That should also be fun, because all you do is die as a Scuttle. Now, this time we seem to switch it up. Inspire has the TP up as well, and I mean even the Weaver's Wall, just to rotate to your team. And we see him just push out the wave now. Chopcop, he wants to pull the trigger, but the Weaver's Wall will be used to disengage after clearing the wave. Is this the play that we have to be looking for?
I do not dislike this. I think this is a fine adaptation. Inspire matching the Gwen instead of Ginkgo is a one way to put the Ornn into the fights. And with the full mana, full defensive build Inspire is aiming for, full scaling build as well, this could be fine.
You know who's not fine? Ginkgo on top lane. He is super tanky, but is he tanky enough to withstand 3 people? Yes, he is. And now some cooldowns are not up just yet. One of them that will be blown will be the Feather Storm Flash defensively from Chonky. This fight looks decent. We are getting hooked, but it shouldn't matter too much. Inspire is right in their faces. He will fall. Kripma super low. Chopcop will die. And this means we just traded Inspire for 3 people. Is this an Asher angle? It could be a bit scary because Intis frontline still has his smite up and is still alive and healthy, but we might be going for it. Kripma super low, and now the Nasher is on 11. 10k.
Do not flip this Nasher. You have the numbers advantage. You can't force the Vega out. Hook lands.
Oh, perfect. It doesn't matter at all if the hook lands here or not. We kill him anyways. We have so much CC, and I feel like even though I can't really blame Intis frontline because he had no vision, he kinda had to get in there somehow. But with all the control wards set up, it is really tough to play Diego, because yeah, you can go invisible in your little zone, but it doesn't really do anything if there are all those control wards. So well played by Foxnyr. And it feels so weird, right? Because Omega Intsport, they are winning so many fights, but as you said, Morph, they are not game winning, and now suddenly we win a single fight, and it looks like we are making it a game winning fight.
Exactly, that's just... I feel like Foxnyr is such a well-oiled machine. Like, props as well to Shiva as the coach. I feel like they are taking fights that are winning for us, and like, as you said, like you said it perfectly. The fights that we win are the most deciding fights. The fights that we lose don't matter too much. Like, they are oopsies. They are fights that don't result in much. And now we're barreling down the mid lane with a Baron buff, with the grubs, looking to make it 2-0.
We have this hope, and it is alive to just win the game and be done with it for this weekend. Be in Division 3, that is what we are playing for. Inspire just standing there menacingly. Now every single wave is just dealing a little bit more damage to the turret. We will not be finishing the turret just yet, because it is again dangerous against the Blitzcrank, and of course Kripma is looking for something. We are standing on a ward, but we don't know it, and this will give the freedom to Omega Intsport to just rush down mid lane and maybe even look for some trading here. We are done with the dragon. That means Soul Point is ours. But the mid lane turret, he doesn't look too happy. Call of the Forge God will be used here to just clear the wave somehow. Weaver's Wall also used to just keep everybody in. Nobody can escape this massacre of a team fight. Under Nexus, he's frontlining so well. And as long as Henkindu dies, well, yeah, the fight is kind of over. It's like, as long as he's alive, but no, peace gone, goodbye. Okay, that just happened. He just got deleted.
I think it was another beautiful hook from Kripma, keeping them in this game. Now they are the ones pushing down mid lane, trying to get the first inhibit of the game.
Oh, indeed. The turret is going to fall. Marcy is low though, and Inspire, he has so much damage. He's on 2.5 items, and he's looking to throw some more stuff, some more watery rocks into the watery graves that he wants to dig for. Omega Intsport We are getting kill after kill. Ginkgo flashing forward aggressively. The Super Mega Death Rocket will not find its target because Gwen is immune. Nice meme, by the way. I don't know if this hook even does anything. Cool thing that you hit it, Kripma, but will it save the Annie? I don't really know. Let's have a look at both of those things here happening at the same time. Zerberus in the top lane looking for Marcy. Marcy just got away though. Meanwhile, Kripma still running away, trying to at least keep the minions back there, but we have minions in the front. We even have the Baron Nashor left. We have the Void Grubs left. We are pushing and we are destroying the buildings from Intsport.
This is not an end angle, but certainly an int angle from Intsport. They fell down in the mid lane, were way too greedy for this mid lane inhibitor, and Foxnyr punishes them. Now with all the Ornn items actually coming in for Foxnyr, a Jinx scaling, a Talia on 3 items, an Ornn that's absolutely massive, yeah, you gotta admit. These fights are getting way better than for Foxnyr the longer the game goes.
Yeah, the only character that does not have an ornament yet is the support, but who cares about support, right? Level 11 against level 10. Those two champions are just there to CC and to hook people. That is literally all they're doing. So I feel like we are already on the full Ornn value, kinda. Yes, on the Nexus will get a little bit more tanky, but again, it shouldn't really matter too much. Now, the mid lane inhibitor is down. We have, like, considering the Ornn items, probably around an 8k gold lead, I would say, you know. Daumen mal Pi, or what they say in German. So again, it looks really good. Now, Marv, what do we have to do to put the final nail in the coffin for this game?
I feel like it does not take much. It takes a bit of patience, which I like. Like, put the foot away from the pedal and cruise it out gently. Prepare this Nashor, 1 minute 30 to go, and then you can group as 5. Maybe, yeah, sure, maybe Gwen gets the turret on the side lane when you set up this objective, when you're grouping as 5, but that shouldn't matter in the big picture. This Gwen has 2 items. She takes so much more than 1 tower to be useful, to be like a big threat in this game. And if you minimize your mistakes, like Kripma keeps getting those hooks, if you can deny him this, then I don't see a way out for Intsport.
No way out. I was holding my breath here for Chop Cup. Again, I feel like I mention his name a lot, but in this second game he is kinda the carry. And looking good. Now, more turrets are falling. The gold lead is growing. Half a minute until Nashor is up, and 1 more minute until the Dragon is up. Both wonderful win cons. Maybe we will just get one after the other, because hey, the waves are pushing anyways. Mid lane is always a priority lane for us because of the inhibitor. And now we are pulling the trigger onto Nexus, jumping over, using the CC onto Marcy. This might be the one. Marcy dying to the Super Mega Death Rocket, and we are all jumping in. Chop Cup on the side, but can he find an opening? Henkindu will get so much auto attacks off. He deals the damage. He will be excited. Henkindu dealing the damage. He will maybe fall to the feathers. Yes, he will. Now Chonky making sure that we cannot take the Nashor. The hook will not connect. I don't even know if we would have wanted that hook to land or not, because it looks like we are looking for something. Never mind. This was a risky angle right now, but still the Dragon should be ours. I really like the proactivity though, to just get the action going before the objective spawns.
Yeah, it's well timed as well. Like, do not let Intsport get any kind of position in the mid lane. We immediately pull the trigger, get out the ultimate and the flash from Chonky, while Henkindo, his flash was not quite up. Now it will be up for the next fight, as well as Inspire's flash. So summoner spell advantage for our big carries, and yeah, it's soul secured for Foxnyr. Baron on the table, vision control getting done by Under Nexus now as well, so there will not be any surprises left for us in the jungle. And yeah, 2 steps left. Secure the Nash and win a fight. And 3rd step, win the game.
3rd step is question mark. 4th step is profit. Division 3, here we are. I know I'm mentioning it a lot, but it is the goal that we set ourselves for the season. And this goal might be decided in just... nope, we will not take this fight. Because suddenly, Under Nexus went to the opposing team and Chopcop is split pushing like the madman that he is on the Gwen. It means Inspire has to TP away just to make sure the base will not fall. And now Ginkgo, Cerberus, and to an extent Henkindu in a few moments are there. We will not get the steal. We tried to get it, but it just means we will throw away the shutdown gold. And this is not looking good. I really want to see the cooldown here. The rocket grab is up in just a few matter of seconds. Henkindu will get hooked, will just stand there in turret mode and try to somehow dish out some damage. But it is not going to work out just yet. Oh my lord. This is way too close for comfort, by the way. Because again, it is still winnable. It is all in the realm of the possible. But for my own heart and for everybody's nerves and Moxie's nails, please just win this one.
Questionable decisions from Foxnyr here. Like the Gwen Chopcop with no TP on the sideline split pushing, and we still do not want to fight 4 vs 5. Like we started off the Nash and then we are scared to fight 4 vs 4 when our support is dead. Like it's still an advantaged fight for us. The War is on 4 items. 4 vs 4, we should win every fight that we take front to back, but we are too scared. Maybe we did not track the TPs well enough. Maybe we are trying to play too safe. But maybe this is nerfs coming through as well.
Yeah, of course. Again, I'm hyping it up all the time, but the players, they themselves know it as well. They just want that clean sweep. They want to win this one and then take their well-earned free time and enter the next higher division, you know, get the handshake from the boss of the org and everybody here and be like, well played guys, nice. And we are going to have a quick pause, a quick break. And I don't know what this will do with the mental game of our players. I would personally hate to be in this position, honestly, because you are in the flow state probably, you are so emotionally attached in the game, and then just be taken out of that state, I would hate it, man. What about you?
Well, never an easy thing to do in such a high stakes situation. But maybe it's actually after losing that fight, after losing the Baron, it is what Foxnyr players need. Get down one level of excitement. Refocus on the game, refocus on what the goal is, what we can do to win the game. We still have the soul, we have to remember. We have the Camtech soul, which helps in us surviving and dealing more damage once we hit low HP. And looks like we are good to go again. Game is resumed. Intsport tries to make the best out of this Nasher.
That is what it is about now, of course. You are a player mainly yourself, you don't know about all the awesome spectator stuff, for example, for the pause being on 0 seconds for like, I don't know, what feels like an eternity. And of course the little extra pause coming after that, so do not be alarmed. That is all part of the journey that we have here with our wonderful viewers, of course. So finally, back in the game. Cerberus just took out a little scrying orb ward there. Farsight, wait, what is it even called? It is a... Farsight alteration, there we go.
The blue trinket? Yeah, the Farsight one.
Always mixed it up with the plant, because that is a Scryer's Bloom. And it has a special name because we are on a Camtech map, by the way. But more importantly, you also see that I'm kind of coping. I'm kind of in the nerves right now. And I'm also starting to bite my nails. I really shouldn't do that at all, because this might as well go on for a bit longer if Intsport wins this one. They are sieging down the mid lane. They want to finish the inhib. The cannon minion is working on it. The mission will not be fulfilled because Ginkgo is the tank after all. And now we still have a few minutes with no real objectives left. Chopcop being a permanent threat on the side lane though.
Yeah, not quite breaking open the inhibitor line from Intsport yet.
Okay, this might be the one. Ginkgo is tanky, but not tanky enough to tank this forever. And it is only 3 members right now in the mid lane, so they have to run away. Meanwhile, Cerberus and Inspire, they try to do something with the Gwen, but they did not find it. It is tough. It is tough.
1 centimeter. They are making the difference between Henkindo being hooked and the game ending. Oh,
Henkindo gets hooked though. He will get engaged so hard. He survives for a bit longer. He can get off a bit more auto attacks now. Viego will instantly die to that Jinxes on both sides. Chop Cop trying his best to DPS as well as Marcy, but it will not be enough. The damage is not enough, even though Henkindu died kind of early. He got enough damage out to have enough damage with his mid laner Inspire. Zerberus, Ginkgo, and Under Nexus, they did their best as well, of course, and this means we had a 2-3 trade, so this game is far from over. Ginkgo still hunting, Zerberus still hunting together with his Talia, and he will find the kill, a really delayed kill. I really want to see the cooldown on that one, Kripma. It is still getting delayed, and now we have 50 seconds without any support on the map for Intsport.
50 seconds, now 40 seconds without the Blitzcrank on the map. Elder Dragon spawns in 40 seconds as well, so Kripma is gonna be delayed for this objective, and that's gonna be a big thing, because if you think back to all the positive plays that Intsports have made over the course of this game, most of them started with a hook, with a flash hook, with a Blitzcrank angle, and not having this available at the start of the fight, at the start of the objective, could mean a difference between us getting a favorable position and potentially closing out the game, and quite the opposite.
Exactly. Now the Elder Dragon, the usually game finishing objective, is up just now, and we can just take it without any opposition, I hope, at least. Never mind, in this front line he wants to go in there and steal it. He tries his best to get in there, but it will not get stolen. Blue team, aka Foxnyr, get the objective, and with that they get a ton of kills, a ton of really long death timers. Now Chop Cop instantly went for the bot lane teleport. He wants to maybe have the difference here in his weapons in his pocket. Henkindu looking for the mid lane push, and Ginkgo is also taking on the bot lane wave, so I don't even know what is going on here. Chop Cop will get caught though, I know that much, and I know that you cannot. He gets a kill though, but he will not survive that one. He will die to the Elder Dragon buff. It is a 35-minute game, guys. It is a 70k gold pocket for both of our competitive teams here. The wards, no TP will be found here. It is a 4 versus 4. You still have the Elder Dragon that you can easily proc with all those ranged spells, with all the rockets even. The next minion wave comes in. There are so many super minions though. Can this be the deciding fight? Hook is going to connect here. Under Nexus might die, but so will some of the Intsport players. Henkindu is going totally crazy. This is the power of the Jinx. This is the power of Henkindu. He's looking for another kill. We have to resurrect on Chunky, but he will probably die instantly again. Never mind, Henkindu is so low. He has to watch out to not die to Chop Cup now. The turret is also giving him a little tap on the back. And now this game just entered another state of craziness.
I do not believe it. I do not believe it. With 4 members pushing down the middle lane. Soul captured. Elder Drake captured. But the win is outside of our grasp. It does not happen quite yet. The game still continues to go on. This Baron will most likely go to the side of Intsport unless Inspire can say something against it.
Whoa, Chunky! It's not looking chunky, he's looking kinda dead! And now, the Redemption even trying to help here. Inspire, he got the shield from his items, but he will not be able... He will be able to find Chop Cup, he will find him, he will throw away Kripma, the hook will finish him off, but how much can only one man do? Inspire, the one-man army!
Absolutely insanity from Inspire. Solo killing 2 members, nearly getting out with his life, only the ignite from Kripma. Like, that's the story of the game, honestly. Inspire inspiring Foxnyr hopes and dreams, and Kripmore hooking them back into his grasp again. But, I mean, 2 players are dead. Foxnyr, they're running down mid lane. I don't think they can end quite yet. Maybe the Baron would be a more secure call here. They are still trying regardless.
4 members in the mid lane. Deja vu, we have been in this place before. Sonic Wave is going to connect. Ornhorn is going out here. We are trying to go in there. We are kicking. We are doing all we can. Henkindu will die. And this is not where we want to be. Cerberus, do you have enough damage? Maybe. But look at the Viego. Too much Viego X Factor power. Cerberus flashing the hook again. And oh my god. Look at the bot wave. This is not what Inspire died for. Of course, the nerfs are just something else right now. Cerberus playing it kinda smart here. Making sure the mid lane wave is not pushing too quickly, and he should still somehow be able to get out, or at least get healthy on the camp again. It is just a disaster of a situation right now, because we should have been able to close out this game like 2 times at least already. But we were a little bit too greedy.
Yeah, exactly, and miscalculating the situation maybe mistiming how fast we are on these pushes, and yeah, Kripmore finding the hooks onto Henkindu over and over and over again, and the Jinx, like, as strong as this character is in the meta, as strong as it is on full build in the late game, you hook her, you CC her, she gets one shot, she does not have any impact. And that front, obviously, Inspire is, like, as stupid as it sounds, a bigger carry than Henkindo, because he has those defensive stats. He has like a big shield on the Seraphs, he has like a spell shield now as well, and like he still has enough damage to, as we saw before on the Baron play, to kill the backline and to kill the squishies. So fighting and pushing without your Taldir backing you up does not seem like the correct choice there, and you give over another Baron, I think the 3rd or 4th in the game now, to Intsport.
Oh god, and the pause again. If this keeps on going, we are hitting like the territory where we have to talk about like mental exhaustion. Like, this game is going on for so long, the stakes are so high. One team wants to end it and finish the run, the almost perfect run so far. And oh man, the other team, of course, they also want to stay alive in this winners final. I'm reading the chat, and apparently it is a jungle DC. We just got the info that usually it only takes like a few moments, but this time it could be a little bit longer. We are already seeing the jokes about DDoSing people, but man. Marv, do you even have any any thoughts on this game anymore, or is this so crazy it is unpredictable anyways?
I have a question for you, actually.
Yes.
Do you remember the moment in the game where the Ornn had like twice the items, twice the CS, was 2 levels up on the Gwen?
Better times,
because
man.
right now the Gwen is sitting there, full build, Rabadon's finished, and it's looking scary. Like, this Gwen is a powerhouse in itself. I mean, talking about items, basically every single character has full build right now. Like, actually every single character has full build right now. Like, the pink wards on Lee Sin are probably the better item than a stat. Viego with a longsword, he could sell that for a pink ward as well, and the Annie missing one item. Like, this is not gonna be game deciding levels of item differences. This all comes down to execution. That being said, Foxnyr has some advantages in being a Camtech soul up and having Ornn items as well. So yeah, I mean, they are slightly advantaged, but that's the story of the entire game. It does not really matter if you're advantaged in the team comp, in the champion level. It all comes down to that execution. It comes down to presence of mind in the moment, and I do not mean the rune. I mean the mental of the players.
yeah, good one.
Maybe another pause will help us to rekindle the focus.
One more pause that we are just waiting out And we are hopefully not seeing like a timeout or something. That would be boring. The DC is on the side of Intsport, by the way. It is their jungler that seems to have some connection issues right now. He also had reconnected already, I think, so maybe we can continue in just a few moments. In a few more grueling, painful moments where we just hold our breath. And as you said, Marv, we are probably best advised to just chill out a little bit, to just hope to calm our nerves, as the players are probably doing the exact same as well right now.
Yeah, it's a stressful situation. Like I've been there like multiple times now. I have promoted to like the 3 and to the 2 as well, and those kind of games, like those deciding games, it feels like they go on forever. And this one as well, like we're nearing the 40-minute mark. Like this is a time in the game where, for example, like Gathering Storm, like this gives insane amount of stats. You're one hit or you one hit someone, and one single click can make the difference between promoting or going into the next game. Like for Intsport, like Foxnyr has some more options. Like you lose this game, okay, it's still okay. I think you learned a lot. I think you can adapt it to the next one. But for Intsport, this is do or die. Like you lose this game, you are down into the lower bracket. Who knows what can happen in the lower bracket on Monday, I think. So you really want to make the best out of the next few situations, and the pressure is on.
The pressure is so high. The air is so thick, I can barely breathe anymore. I can literally poke it with a needle, can poke holes in it. That's how you say it, right? Oh man, oh man, oh man. And yeah, the Gathering Storm being really big, but then at the same time, yeah, in 30 seconds we will see the Gathering Storm procs, but maybe let's go back into the theory of the waves at this point now. Of course, we know this game is absolutely crazy. This game is kind of unpredictable, but let's still try it, Marv. So we still have, some inhibs that are down. We have some wave states. We have some objectives that are up in 90 seconds. More importantly, it is going to be, that one objective called Second Elder Dragon. Maybe that can be used to finish the game. I'm not too sure.
I actually don't know. Does the Elder Dragon, the second Elder Dragon, still have like increased bonuses, like
Should
to
be,
the buff
yes.
that it gives?
Should be, yes.
Because if it does, then that's like the first Elder Dragon is already crazy. So the second Elder Dragon is even crazier. Thinking about the macro, as the game resumes, we are barreling down towards the spot lane. Red buff secured by Henkindo. Top lane wave getting played by Chop Cup, so the split push might still be relevant this game.
Oh my god, my poor heart. And this stupid pause right now, but yeah, that is just the world we live in with the spaghetti client from Rito Games. I really do not want to be in that pause. It could be over any second. The death timers are just like forever at this point in the game. And I do not really want to miss a single thing. One more Blitzcrank hook could be the game. One more push. You have to stay dedicated to this one, Foxnyr. You have to do what you have to do right now. Inspire is using the Weaver's Wall. The Ornhor is used for the engaged. Chonky, he is already used to use his ultimate. He will survive thanks to it, though. Chonky so low, but he will be able to get out of there. The turret is low, but is not dying. Frontline is there, and that is important. No more Diego shenanigans. Chop Cup has to teleport in there. Chop Cup, can he do it? No, he cannot clean up anything here. Now Chonky is the hope, but he will get knocked right back. We did it! This is it! This is it! Marcy alone cannot be enough. Marcy tried, but he failed to do the impossible. It is Foxnyr advancing into Division 3 in the Prime League. Congratulations to everybody. What a huge achievement to us. We did it. It is going to be the last game, and I'm going to swap back real quick to us all. But of course, Marv, and of course also Moxie, I want to hear your thoughts in that moment.
Yeah,
Uh,
Foxnyr pause hack enabled. Apparently, 5 minutes pause into immediate run down mid, immediate win the game. Foxnyr, Division 3, here we come.
my heart, man. What the hell? And my nails, like we've mentioned enough times during the game already. Yeah, Inspire with the big play in the end. They're forcing everything out, catching the Xayah twice. I mean, yeah, really close game. All these every hook on Jinx, man. My heart dropped to my toes every time. GG's. That's all I can say. Really nicely done.
Absolute craziness. I think like every single player on Foxnyr stepped up in the end. Some of us had some rougher games, and some of us had better games. So I want to highlight Inspire in particular. Like this man, I feel like the game seemed so bad at times, and seemed not hopeless, but in a really bad spot. And then I see Inspire on the screen making some crazy outplay and making some magic happen. So big shout out to him as well on Natalia this game. Most damage was chunky on the Xayah, of course. You have a lot of damage if you can hit an Ornn repeatedly, an enemy tank. But regardless, it did not quite matter. It did not quite matter in the end. It only matters which Nexus falls, and it was the Nexus of Intsport.
And we are gonna have... Wait, that's not Shiva. That is Inspire. Hi.
Hello.
Am I
getting fooled by some unknown force here?
I don't know, man.
I didn't do anything. I didn't touch anyone.
Oh man. Yeah, let me just have Shiva. I mean, Inspire, you want to join as well, or you want to go back to your team?
I mean, if I'm here already, I guess I'm staying.
Yeah.
Let's hacking go. So guys, we are jumping straight into the interview, into this scene. I can do it on the go, of course. So guys, congratulations. It was an insane series, and you just 2-0'd both strong opponents today and yesterday. First, of course, Shiva, how proud are you regarding...
I'm very proud, but I'm also still like very shaken up. The second game was really nerve-wracking for me to watch.
Of course. So, but yeah, I have to imagine the nerves are just still going absolutely crazy. Inspire, what can you tell us a little bit about your journey through that last game? Because Marv already mentioned it, your Talia performance was just chef's kiss. It was a really good. Especially that the one situation that I want to highlight is the moment where you 2v1'd the, what was it, the AD carry and the Gwen. Talk us through it, man.
At that moment, my teammates were trying to hype me up, you know? I was not sure if I can kill both. I was sure I can kill Xayah, but then Gwen late game, you know, it's she can heal all the damage you deal to her. So I was like trying my best to outplay it, and it somehow worked. So I wouldn't say that's like calculated by any means. I just didn't want to let them Nash and wanted to take at least one out.
But
it seemed to work out in the end.
Yeah, it's worked out somehow, yeah.
What I wanna know is, like, there are multiple times in the game where you stand before the enemy nexus, like before the enemy nexus towers, and you did not quite manage to end it, like to put the final nail in the coffin. How do you feel after repeatedly not managing to finish the game? Like, what's going on inside the communication there?
I mean, everyone on my team was kind of going crazy. I was trying to calm everyone down because I knew that if we just keep calm and play it properly, I think we can just win the game and end the game, right? But I hoped that it would be it after I took down the two of them near the Baron. And then it wasn't enough still. So I was like, okay, we gotta play Elder another time. Yeah, but I think we managed to do it in the end, yeah.
absolute moment of a banger. So, you can be honest now. How much do you think did Shiva's guidance help you to keep the nerve, to get all the good strats? Is it like, is Shiva doing most of the draft, for example, talking about most of the tactics, or do you players still have a ton of agency? That's what I'm really curious about.
I mean, today we prepared for the enemies. Yesterday we also prepared. Like we had both sides of the draft, right? We had blue side draft, we had red side draft, and we also prepared for different options and different things that they could ban. Also, like we were thinking what happens if they ban Jarvan, which they ended up doing. We were thinking what would happen if they ban Orianna, which they didn't. I thought that they would also just pick it in first rotation, but they didn't. Then I just picked it in second rotation in the game one. I felt that was quite a blunder from their side actually, because if they pick Orianna and Nocturne or something in their first rotation, I think it's quite hard to answer that with any mid laner. Yeah, but I don't know, Shiva, you can give some thoughts as well.
Yeah. So I always like my players to have a big say in draft, but I also like to push them into towards a direction where I think the champions are really good or it fits the comp really well. Therefore, I think Jinx is a really good pick, Ornn is a really good pick for the strong mid-game team fighting for the reset. We also go through a lot of draft. There's great draft prep by AWT. And yeah, we went through all the different scenarios. We also kind of expected them to pick Ornn in the first rotation. That was also a possible play for us if we were red side. We didn't end up doing it because we had other picks we prioritized. But yeah, I think everything was kind of expected. The thing I kind of underestimated was the nerfs and the blitzcrank pick. I think in the last series, everybody was a bit too nervous, and when the blitzcrank hooks hit, it dealt a bit too much damage towards the team.
Definitely. Yeah, the blitzcrank was an absolute menace this game. It was just due to the nerfs, right? I feel like usually that shouldn't really be that dangerous, but yeah, this game he made a lot of work. So I think we can also give big props to Omega Intsport, right? I feel like they played
For sure.
Yeah, they played a really good game as well. Now, first of all, again, thank you guys so much for those banger games. Again, congratulations. I want to give it over to Marv and to Moxie real quick, and then back to you guys. If you have anything you want to talk about, if you have any more questions, go for it.
I just feel like my heart goes out as a fellow ADC main. My heart goes out to Henkindo. I think he's gonna have nightmares from the blitzcrank every single time I saw blitzcrank cook. I thought he was going for the Jinx. So we made it work in the end, and blitzcrank was a menace.
Yeah, we kind of knew that the blitzcrank was gonna be a problem at some point because we saw that he's got like insane stats in solo queue on him, like nearly 75% win rate or something. Like we were kind of scared of it game one, you know. And then when he didn't pick it game one, we were like, maybe he's not gonna pick it game two either. And then he did, you know.
Perfect. Moxie, got anything to add?
Not really, at least not question-wise. I'm just really happy, really proud of the team as well. A lot of work was put into this, and I mean, yeah, from the time you guys started, basically, you know, all the way to now, only losing. I think I can count the games on one hand, basically, including now Division 3 playoffs as well, only with one game loss, right? It's like it's nothing. I think how many games did you lose in total now? Maybe I think it's 5, 4, something like that. Almost
Something
nothing.
like that.
Really proud of you guys. Exciting to see how far you guys can bring it in Division 3, of course. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to continue losing nails and watching these banger games, I guess. So GG's to you.
Amazing. Now, Inspire, you can have some more words, and I think then Shiva can, you know, as the coach, as the shield of your team, he can then bring out some last thoughts. So feel free.
Yeah, I mean, I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank everyone for supporting us. I want to thank my teammates for playing. Like they helped us, and they helped me. They helped Shiva. We're helping each other out. So I want to thank everyone for being here, and we made it, guys. Nice.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I want to say I had full trust in my teammates that they can perform on the champions we played. And they did. I'm really, really happy and proud of them. And also, I want to greet everybody that is supporting us, and also Hannover and Adusto. If Kuchenkopf is still there, greetings to Kuchenkopf. If there's anybody other that wants greetings, feel free to write it in chat.
Doing the Rossmann special here, I see.
Exactly.
We peaked at more than 60 viewers, by the way, at some point. Just FYI. So that was really, really big as well.
Oh, nice. That is really pog. Yeah, also Baus wrote me that we were like on the top of the Prime League hashtag. So that is, of course, really cool. So, yeah, a lot of people had interest in that journey. Yeah, I was checking it out real quick. Don't mind me. DMs leaked, by the way. DMs leaked, but yeah. The Discord.
Really, really happy. Really, really cool. Proud of my
Amazing.
players. They all played really well over the series of the playoffs.
I just have to ask it. Do we know if the roster will just continue playing like that in the next season? Is that a possibility?
We have to talk about it. There's a possibility.
we haven't decided yet. We haven't talked about it yet. So we were taking it one step at a time. First promote, and then we talk about the free.
Perfect. Guys, thank you so much for your thoughts. I loved all the inputs. I love the emotions, of course. We do not really have too much to say because our brains are still in survival mode, probably. Not really able to put all those thoughts together, probably still shaking. I don't even want to see Moxie's hands at this point because, yeah, he probably started biting off his the tip of his fingers at this point, yeah. And I will jump back real quick to this screen right here. We do not need that anymore. And just like that, I want to give the final shout-outs to you guys and, of course, also to Marv for being our special guest today. The thing is, I kinda had it in my feelings that maybe we're just gonna go stomp 2-0 through the opposition again today, and this is the last stream, so I wanted to make it something special also with the camera intros and stuff, and I think we succeeded in doing so. Foxnyr put on a hell of a show, and this is all I can say for today. So I want to give it over one last time to you guys for the final words, and then we are gonna end the stream. So again, thank you everybody at home for watching. It is so much appreciated. Make sure to check out all the socials from everybody here, from Foxnyr, of course. And if you want to have a jersey that looks as good as the one that Moxie has on right now, make sure to check the pinned comment. And with that, my final sellout words, of course. That's what you have to remember me for. Now I'm give it over to Morph.
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much for inviting me to the cast. It was an absolute pleasure to watch those games. So much entertainment, actually. Like, even if I was not casting it, this would be awesome to just rewatch and have a nervous breakdown in between, likely. But yeah, congrats to the entire Foxnyr organization and players especially. They really made a good show in Div 4, and now hopefully Div 3 will be just another day in the office as well in the future. I'm excited to play against some of the players, maybe the organization as well next year. I hope for the best, and now the last words from the man at the top, Maxi Vanda.
Yeah, I mean, you guys already gave credit to where credit was due. I do want to thank everyone who did watch, all these games. Again, we peaked more than 60 viewers, which is the first time. I think the last time the highest peak was 54 or something. So, fans showing up, everyone cheering for their favorite player, everyone having heart attack after heart attack with us as well, right? With us casting, it's a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to go into the higher division, watch even harder games most likely, and even more bangers. And yeah, hopefully we can go smoothly through there as well, and see you guys soon. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know when exactly the next split starts, but probably somewhere in June, July-ish, right? That's usually when it's usually like 1 or 2 months break in between. So looking forward to see you guys there. Thank you very much for watching.
And with that, have a great weekend. Goodbye.